In this video, we are going to look at the nitrogen cycle. So firstly, we're going to talk about atmospheric nitrogen. Atmospheric nitrogen makes up the huge part of our atmosphere. However, it's in the form of N2. And N2 is really unreactive and therefore cannot be taken in directly by plants and animals. Nitrogen is a key part for building proteins, so therefore it is very beneficial to the plants and animals, but we need to convert it into alternative forms, and that is the whole point of the nitrogen cycle. So the first step of this, we will use the following diagram. And the first step of this is called fixation. And what we have here is that certain bacteria have adapted to allow atmospheric nitrogen to be converted into another form, which is ammonia. These bacteria are called nitrogen-fixing bacteria, and they are found in roots of legume plants. Now, an example of legume plants would be clover or pea plants. And these bacteria directly give the plant ammonia, which you can use to build proteins. This relationship between the plant and the bacteria is a symbiotic relationship, so we call it symbiosis. However, there is also nitrogen-fixing bacteria that are found in the soil and not associated with plants. Here, these bacteria convert the atmospheric nitrogen into ammonium, and this process is called ammoniumfication. Now, ammonium can be converted by nitrifying bacteria, so a different type of bacteria. And what they do is they convert ammonium into nitrites, so NO2-. Now, this nitrite is still not ideal for plants. So a very similar type of bacteria will convert it to nitrates, NO3-. As you can see, we've gone from NO2- to NO3-. We've also gone from the ammonium, which was NH4+, so we have gained oxygen here in this process. This addition of oxygen is called oxidation. And the conversion of ammonium to nitrates is called nitrification. Now, this nitrate is soluble in water and therefore can be absorbed by plants. Once the plant absorbs the nitrates, they can assemble it, or assimilation, into proteins, chlorophyll, and amino acids. Once the plant has assembled it for its use, it will be stored in the plant. So anything that eats the plant by feeding will also gain these nitrates. However, if the plants and animals die and are broken down by decomposers, such as aerobic, anaerobic bacteria and fungi, they will then convert that nitrates groups back into ammonium, so putting it back into the cycle. So we have now nitrates or nitrogen groups converted into atmospheric nitrogen and stored into a cycle. However, if there's additional nitrogen in the ground, these nitrates can be converted back into atmospheric nitrogen by denitrifying bacteria. So they convert the nitrates back into N2. And this process is called denitrification. There is alternative ways that atmospheric nitrogen can be converted into nitrates in a quicker way, and that would be by lightning. Lightning has the ability to bond oxygen, so oxidation, with the nitrogen in the air and convert it into nitrates. Now, when you're looking at the nitrogen cycle again, make sure that you understand the following key stages. First of all, fixation. Secondly, ammonification. Thirdly, nitrification. Fourthly, assimilation. And finally, denitrification.